Alright. Sorry, guys. Tad bit late today. Tad bit. I had a good conversation with somebody just now, uh, which I'll go to a little bit later. I know I don't. I've been trying to give you these snippets of these damn stories or chapters or whatever, and it has been, it's been running over time, or I'm not getting into much good stuff. So this is episode 5, Mr. Red. And I mean, some people may already know Mr. Red. They heard about him in another story, my most recent story on my Snap. But sorry, I'm also trying to get over this cold. So, anyways, so Mr. Red, let's get right into it. Fuck it. Mr. Red, I met him 3 years ago. I think it was 2016, March 2016. Yeah, that sounds right. Yeah, March 2016. Mind you, this is when my life was not the greatest. Like I was on a rocky base. Like my base was not steady. It was not straight. I had my stuff, like I had my apartment, my place. I just had got a dog, um, a pit bull, and then my finances weren't really behind yet. Like I was still afloat, but it was all shaky because I had just recently lost my job, and or not lost, I quit my job because my boss was a fucking dick. And I won't go into all of that detail because that's unnecessary. Let's just say I don't give a fuck who you are. I'm not gonna work for you just because you pay for me or you pay me. I'm just not. Like, I'm not gonna put up with bullshit just because you pay me. So, anyways, my boss, um, what's it called? So he was a dick and whatever. So I quit my job, and it was hard getting another one. I was in the middle of trying to find another job, but it was hard trying to get another job. Anyways, at this time I was having fun, like going out or kind of inviting people over, having sex, kicking them out type shit. When I was talking to this one other dude, but the shit was, I knew it was nothing serious. It was just kind of like we'd smoke, fuck, and then chill and not have decent conversations. Whatever. So Mr. Red and I, Mr. Red and I met on the mobile dating app or whatever. And yeah, so what's it called? I don't know. I don't know what made him really stand out. I think really honestly he made me laugh. And not to say that I don't laugh at certain people, but sometimes I laugh at people's stupidity more than like actual joking around like stuff. And like sometimes I really appreciate when I could be my normal self with people and they can understand me. I think that he kind of did understand me a little bit, at least, or at least that moment he did, or whatever. I don't know. And I like people that aren't afraid. Like, if you aren't afraid of me, like, don't be afraid. Like, I'm very harmless until I want to be. And I guess that's what scares people is I'm unpredictable, shaky, whatever. But honestly, in life, name one thing that's predictable. One motherfucking thing. Because everything is fucking unpredictable. If you really fucking think about it, everything is unpredictable. We don't know the future. Never will. Never, ever, ever fucking will. Like, who can guess what the fuck I'm gonna say by the end of this video? Please, tell me. Who's gonna guess what the fuck I'm gonna say by the end of this video? Do you know my last word? Do you know what the fuck I'm gonna say at the end of this video? No, you don't. So why the fuck are we even focused on it? Right now is right now. This is what the moment, this is all we have. Right now. This moment right now. And this moment could lead us anywhere. Any fucking where. So why focus on something that you don't know? People don't understand that. But anyways, that's what my conversation was about before I got on here pretty much prior. So sorry, I'm still kind of bleeding through that. But anyway. So, uh, Mr. Red and met. I think, yeah, we had like a conversation or whatever. And oh my God, he had like, and then we FaceTime or whatever. And he had the cutest little hair. Like, I loved it. It was so cute. It was well put together. And he looked adorable with his hair done. It was like, I guess, like the little box or plaits or whatever. But he like had like these little baby shrimp braids like this big. So adorable. And I remember we were just kind of goofy with each other. Like he he was like stuck or like whatever, and I snapped a picture of his face, and I sent it to him. He was looking crazy, and then I think he got me back like the previous day or something. It was fucking funny. We entertained each other, and it was really nice and sweet, and it wasn't like anything serious. But of course, you know, that's not how it ended. Anyways, so as I continue, so I think like maybe a day or two went by, maybe when we were talking on and off Snapchat, having fun. Um, then I ended up inviting him over. Everything was still pretty cool, except might have been in one of my moods. Yes, I get moody. Yes, fucking sometimes shit doesn't go my way, and yes, I have fucking bitch fit. People are fucking. Sometimes people have these kind of moments. So, anyways, honestly I think it was because I was in need of dick and I wanted some. So oh well. Uh, I'll get into that later. Like I'll get into all of that later. But so anyways, So I invited him over. He parked, and then I had to go meet him out there because he didn't know where to park. It was whatever. So he got out the car and he was walking up, and I don't know why. Can't tell you why, but it was something different. It was weird, different. I think that's why I was mad too. Like maybe part of that was making me mad because it was like, who the fuck is he? No, his hair was out. His hair was out, and I was like, God damn it! Like, what the hell is this? Right? So his hair was out. Um, his hair was out, and I was like, what the fuck? Like, nigga don't even look the same. Not that he looked bad or anything, but it was like he looks sillier now. I couldn't help, but like, what the fuck? This nigga look crazy. Like he got a little puff afro. And I think it was lopsided, but it was still kind of like cute. It wasn't too bad. But anyways, so he uh he went to, I gotta pee. I'm so sorry guys. I can't hold this shit. So he went to he came in, whatever, and then he and I just kind of like chilled watching. I was watching Get Out. It wasn't my first time. It was like my second time watching it or whatever. So he's watching Get Out. So, and then I was like, you hungry? I'm gonna cook, blah, blah, blah. Um, and then he's like, oh, I don't think he ever watched Get Out. So he's like, I never watched Get Out. Or was it Key and Peele? I can't remember. I was either watching Key and Peele or I was watching Get Out. I think Get Out is not, okay, I remember now. So, nope, I didn't wash my hands. Sorry. Um, so we're watching Key and Peele, and then I decided I'm gonna cook, right? One little known fact. None of these other motherfuckers ever got any food. Like, they got some food. Like, okay, the one motherfucker that was bringing weed, maybe he got food. But that's because I was hungry and I fucking wanted to eat. So, he got food when I fucking cooked, whatever. And he happened to spend the night over sometimes. But whatever. But none of these niggas I really offered food to like that. And I offered to cook for him. So so it was like honestly it was weird because he just did strange shit, like stuff I wasn't used to. Like I told him to go, told him to okay, chill. I'm gonna go cook. And then next thing I know, like there's like the little breakfast, you know, the breakfast bar or whatever. I had a breakfast bar in my apartment and like the little opening, so from the kitchen you could see out to the rest of the living room. So the next thing I know, I'm turning around. This nigga's watching me cook. Like it was cute. It was fucking adorable and fucking I loved it. But I wasn't used to it. So I'm like, what the fuck is this? Like, what kind of shit is this? Like, I'm sorry, but my way of reacting to things was probably a lot to do with traumatic experiences. Like, I don't want things to move in a different direction from what I'm used to. So if it's moving in a different direction from what I'm used to, I'm going to try to stop that shit because I don't want to get attached too quickly, and then I don't want it to be um something I don't want it to be something good because then if it's something good, now it's something I don't want to lose. And then if I lose it, now it's something I'm devastated from losing. So it was like this nigga doing something that was new was like, what the fuck? Like, and nice and cute and sweet was like, nah, I'm not used to that. I'd rather get some dumb nigga shit, like, where he's, oh, where's my food or some dumb shit. Like, then I could deal with that. Like, this nigga's useless type shit. But this nigga is like really showing me like some different shit. And I was like, bruh, I don't know what to do with that. So I kind of I think I got snapped at him like, can you please go watch TV? Like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, shit. And it wasn't intentional. I think, like I said, it was kind of like, I'm like, just, whoa, like, go, give me, like, space. I'll come to you. Don't do that to me. Like, I'll come to you. I move at a certain way. I move a certain way. I move a certain way, and when you start coming at me like that and then I allow you to come at me like that and then I open up and I do my thing and I move too fast too soon, I'm going to get to a point where it's going to get fucking out of control, which shit did. So anyways, we ate and it was nice, and then I asked him if he wanted to watch Get Out and he's never watched it before. So I put the movie Get Out on and then I kind of like was liking the vibe. The energy was nice. It was very nice. It was very chill. It wasn't like he was all over me already. It wasn't like he was trying to jump on me, like which what is what I would have expected from any other nigga. Like any other nigga would have been grabbing at me. Any other nigga would have been touching me, trying to get me to take my clothes off, rubbing on me, trying to make me feel good so I could get, you know, in the mood. All of that shit was not happening. Not that I wasn't curious why it wasn't, but I just didn't want to dig. I was just waiting for the cues because I'm bad. Um, but so I just offered it to him. I was like, you know what? You want to have sex right now? And I'm sorry, I'm fucking blunt as it goes. So I did. I said, hey man, you know what? I want to have, how's this? How's I asked him one simple question. I asked him the question which probably was for him like his sentence, which I honestly did it because of the fact that I knew I was already going in a direction that I did. I already knew it was where I was going. I knew the moment I seen him, I knew where I was going. I knew the moment he made me laugh, I knew where I was going. I knew the moment I wanted to cook for him, I knew where I was going. The moment he was sitting at the bar looking at me, I knew where I was going. So I knew when I asked that question, I knew which way I was going. As much as I wanted it to be just have sex and kick him out. It wasn't going in that direction. I knew it wasn't. That's why I was hoping he would just pick that fucking choice. He can pick it and make my life a lot easier. I fucking wanted him to pick it so bad. So I asked him, I said, "Do you want to have sex one time and just leave and never have to deal with me again? Or do you want to have more?" And I feel like at that moment it was nerve wracking, but it was like one of the best things I think I ever did. And he said more, and I'm sorry guys, it's really emotional because at that moment in time, I guess it wasn't like it was like a weird sense of relief, and it was like all emotions at once type shit. It was weird. It was so fucking weird. And then we ended up, and then I just did something again I never did before. Just strip down, take everything off, everything. As if I wanted to look upon him like, or I wanted us to just be free of everything else. Free of everything else. I don't think I can really explain it because it's like, it's something that probably is unheard of. But I swear to you guys, that that man is like the only person probably on this earth that will ever understand me. And and no, if you guys are thinking, well, where the fuck is he? No, we're not together. It gets worse. I mean, not worse. It gets better. It gets better, but it's like there. It just gets better. I can't say it gets worse. It gets better. It gets much better. So, anyway, so then we had sex, and then I'm pretty sure he spends the night, because I don't think he wanted to drive all the way back to Ocala that night, or wherever the fuck he was coming from. I can't remember. But he, he, yeah, he spent the night, and then not that it was the best night of my life, but not saying like it was the best night, best sex of my life. No, it really wasn't. I'm sorry. To be totally honest. Number two, Mr. Yellow still fucking holds that fucking title. Like, how awkward and weird that is. He still does. It's like the weirdest fucking thing. But um he still fucking does. And then so uh anyways, yeah, so it's hard to explain. It's hard to explain what happens next cuz I barely remember it exactly what happens next, but I know that we talked for a little bit and then it was like I was on a good place. It was a rocky, unstable place because all my shit was falling apart, and then it like instantly fell apart. Like instantly. I'm talking about like they, my dog started freaking out and acting weird. Like anytime I was going out the house, he would start fucking freaking out. Then my then my apartment people complex found out about my dog. They found out because my dog wasn't supposed to be there. He was a pit. He was a pit, but to be honest, they never even they never even showed me the breed restrictions list. They just told me certain dogs are restricted. They didn't show me the breed restriction list. So I didn't know pit bulls were restricted. I mean, come on now. I'm playing dumb. Yeah, obviously I was playing dumb, but technically they didn't. I know obviously everybody knows pit bulls are definitely on the breed restriction list, but they never did technically show me, and if you want to be technical, I could have took them to court for that bullshit. For that reason alone, I could have took them to court for that. Um, so, what's it called? They they ended up finding out about him. So, I couldn't keep him in there, but I refused. I'm sorry, I refused to bring him back to the shelter and put him back in a kennel in a cage where I took him away from. So all of this shit was happening. I was really, really depressed, like extremely depressed, and on the verge of probably suicide and all this other bullshit. Yeah, all of this other great facts and fun things of life. Trust me, they are just obstacles. But I'll get into that a different time. So, anyways, so here's my knight in shining armor, who I really honestly wasn't trying to use him in any sort of way whatsoever because they were not, none of it had to do with him at all. I just wished something would help me. Something would help me. And I didn't, at the time I was very blinded. I didn't know I had what I have now, or I wasn't aware that myself was defeating myself. So I just um I just kind of latched onto him, I guess, for comfort and like as a please fucking help me type shit. And he did. He helped me. He didn't have to. He didn't fucking have to. And this is the one thing. This is the one thing too that I know he's just like me, like just like me, because I kid you not, like this man didn't even know me 5 seconds, and he's already telling me, "You can move in with my family. We'll take you in. We'll take you in." Like who does that? Who does that? Yo, who does that? Only people that like really understand like how fucking gracious I've ever been. Like, come on now. Like I took in or I helped my girlfriend get away from her ex without even really knowing who she was. Like she was like this girl could have been anybody. Like I talked to her like twice and all she had to tell me was he's beating me and he's hurting me and please help me. And I did everything. Everything. I put my life on the line to help her. So when I say this man and I were like two of the same people, it was weird. But and that's why it hurts so much still. I don't know what when or how I'm ever gonna let it go, but I do my best. There's good days, there's bad days. There's good days, there's bad days. I I just know this is a constant thing that I always will have to probably deal with. And it's not a bad thing, it's a good thing cuz from all of the shit that I know we did to one another, I learned so much more. I learned so much more like about myself, about the world, about like the other worlds. Like, and I'll get into that shit too. But anyways, so I know I'm not going really into the story, but it's still like I still think it's a work in progress. As silly as I am, I still think it's a work in progress. I don't think it's completely finished. And I may be wrong. Shit, I may be wrong, but then again, we don't know anything. We don't know anything. And I am not focused on the future. I'm focused on right now. And right now, clear as day, I'm not over that shit. I'm not. I'm never gonna be over it. Or no, I'm not gonna say never. I'm gonna continue to say I have my good days and I have my bad days. So yeah. Anyways, we'll skip ahead a little bit and I'll say I moved in with his family. His dad's nice. I love his dad. I love his mama too. They're so sweet. They're just as sweet. Um, my dog went with me. My dog went with me too. The only thing that sucked was like his dad didn't really like the dogs in the house. Cause I don't know, previous instances with dogs in houses, they got like flea infestation or whatever. But whatever. So my dog had to live outside, which I was uncomfortable with. But you know, what other choice did I fucking have? So yeah, so my dog lived outside, I lived inside. We were doing really good, and then I think we had like a big fight one night. I got really drunk. We decided to go out. We was like, you know what? We're working, we're doing great working, and let's go out, you know? Let's go celebrate, have a good time. So we went downtown, Ocala, some bar, restaurant. I don't remember what it's called. I know it's on the main strip, whatever that strip is called. It's got pool tables. And yeah, so we went out. I got drunk. I was drinking a lot. One of my things, this is why I quit drinking. This is why I quit smoking. So I was drinking a lot. And I guess I must have let the wine or the liquor get to me because he was talking to some female that he knew from the past in there. Some white girl. Didn't mean any harm. She was very sweet. But I was in need for a cigarette. And, you know, drunk me was definitely just fiending for a cigarette and didn't care about anybody's feelings. No, she didn't care. She didn't mind. She didn't want to hear anybody's story about anything or how we met. No, she just wanted a fucking cigarette. So I was rude and obnoxious and I told him why was he even talking to the girl if she doesn't have cigarettes, which he took very personal. And because I'm sure I embarrassed him, but honestly, I didn't embarrass him more than I embarrassed myself. I sound like a fucking asshole. I mean, which I can be. Fuck that. I can be. Everybody can be an asshole. Being an asshole is just like being a good person. You just decide what you want to do and what you don't want to do. Everybody knows how to fuck with people. Everybody knows how to be nice to people. It's not rocket science. It's real fucking simple. Everybody knows how to do stuff. Anyways, so the liquor influenced me to be an asshole. I was being an asshole. The cigarette was supposed to help calm me down. I probably wouldn't have been an asshole if I had a cigarette. But, which reminds me, so, so we got, so we got into an argument. Not an argument, but he stormed out of the bar. And then he was like, "Oh, I'm not getting in the car with you." Good fucking choice, because obviously I probably shouldn't have been driving. So, so he storms off. Now, mind you, I'm very fucking attached. Very fucking attached. I don't care about shit. I don't care about shit, right? I'm very fucking attached. I'm gonna fucking do whatever the fuck I want. I'm drunk, too. Um, well, let's just say I wasn't that drunk. I maybe had 2 beers or 2 glasses of wine. And then I drove an hour later. An hour later. We'll say all that. Anyways, then I started driving on the opposite side of the road. I mean, the police really fucking know what happened because I guess, whatever. So I started driving on the opposite side of the road, whatever. Screaming out of my window, talking while oncoming traffic was coming towards me. I was driving in the opposite way towards them. Yes, I don't give a fuck. You people don't believe me? I promise you, liquor usually brings that shit out of me, which is why I have to stop drinking. Um, so I was driving. He's basically walking because he refuses to get in the car, and he's upset with me, and I'm upset with him because he won't get in the car, and da 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 da. So basically, I'm driving on the wrong side of the road, and then I end up like giving up, and I'm pulling away, da 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 da. I go to the parking lot in the mall, and I'm crying, crying, crying because I just feel like as if everything's going wrong. And I was scared. I was scared to lose him. Why was I so scared to lose him? Sorry. So, I was so scared to lose him. I don't know why. But I ended up getting, what, a call, or the police ended up coming. I guess somebody must have called the cops. Good on you. Whoever that citizen was, good on you. Because I probably needed a ride home anyway. So I left my car there. They took me home, or back to his house. Where then I started repeatedly calling him nonstop. I'm telling you, liquor is bad. Liquor's not your friend. Never believe liquor's your friend. So I'm calling nonstop, asking where he is, blah 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 blah. Why won't you talk to me? Why are you being so like this? Blah 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 blah. Then I ended up calling his ex-wife. Yes, you heard right. His ex-wife lived in Ocala. Actually, probably like 10, 15 minutes away from him. Not that I'm a judge or anything. But, anyways, yeah, so I ended up calling her, letting her know he's not acting right, blah, blah, blah. She's so sweet. She's so fucking sweet. She was ready to come rescue me. I fucking love these people. I was the mess. I was the fucking problem. I understood that, like, after the fact. Like, I knew me and my mess was the problem after the fact. Well, not even. I still, at this point, I still wasn't aware of what was going on. So, anyway, so then he ends up showing up. Now, I'm still drunk, don't know what's going on. I'm just pissed because some shit is going down. And now he's saying, don't talk to me. Don't talk to me. I'm sorry, but I like to deal with stuff right away. I don't like to sleep on it. I don't like to be feeling uncomfortable. I like to get my shit out right now. Like, sorry, I want it out right now. So I'm screaming, I'm yelling, I'm telling him, no, you're going to listen to me. Da, 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 da. And he wasn't. So at one point, because I know I go in and out with fuzzy memory at this point. At one point, I'm grabbing the ladder, I think, or whatever, and I'm swinging it at his car, basically denting and scratching up and fucking up his car. Yes. Yeah, I'm not too proud of it, but whatever. Not my finest moments, but whatever. So then somehow, some way, I don't know, like I guess I get the ladder gets out of my hands or something else. Then I'm calling the cops. Then I'm dialing 911 and I'm calling 911. Then he snatches the phone out of my hand and throws the phone into the street. Like a good this man used to play football. So a good like 2 to 3 yards maybe. No, maybe it was about a yard. Maybe about 2, yeah, 2 yards. I want to say 2 yards. And I'm like, why would you do that? And then he's yelling and screaming at me. I'm yelling and screaming at him, and then it's all crazy. And then the cops show up. Now the cops are trying to explain, trying to get the story from me and him, right? Trying to calm everybody down. And his ex-wife is now pulling up, which she gets a great view of everything that's going on. And then the cops ask me questions like, what happened? Da, 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 da. And I'm just saying he's not talking to me, and he refused to talk to me. And then he threw my phone, and then um, I guess she noticed there was blood on my lip, like at the corner of my lip. Now, mind you, I don't know or recall, I still don't know or recall how that happened, but I'm assuming he didn't fucking hit me. Because if that was the case, I fucking would have took the ladder and hit him. I'm almost certain I would have. But I don't fucking know. And I know when she asked me that, everything in my body said, fucking say yeah, and send this nigga to jail right now. Just to spite him because he ruined the night. Well, I felt like he ruined the night because he took everything so personal. But then again, I took everything so personal too. So it was like kind of like who it doesn't really matter type shit. So anyway, so I I look at the cop and I look at his face when I say that like, "Oh, you mean I could send him I could press charges right now?" Basically, like his face is looking like mad scared. And that made me realize what I was doing. That woke me up. Like that point I woke up and was like, "Whoa, what the fuck did I do? Like, what the fuck did I do?" Like, I just came right back to me, and I was like, whoa, whoa, whoa. All that shit happened. And I was like, you know what, I can't. I was like, no, I don't want to press charges. no, I don't want to press charges. And then I was like, you know what? Let's flip this around. Are y'all finished done? Like, are y'all done? Because like, or what I say? I basically told them, um, are y'all done? Are you gonna shoot me? Type shit, something like that. Like something along those lines. And I guess when a cop hears you threaten your own life, they automatically have to take you to a facility and shit, because that's what they did. They locked me, they handcuffed me immediately after that and drove me there. Um, so I spent the night pretty much in the facility for the crazy people, which it technically it wasn't. It was my first time ever. It was my first time ever. I've been close. I've been this close to almost getting in one before, but that was my first time ever, and I don't usually recommend it. No, I wouldn't. I wouldn't recommend it at all. It's not that it's a bad facility. It wasn't a bad facility because, as far as I heard from my aunt, there's much. You don't want to go to like a county one where they put real fucking crazy people, the ones that are sentenced there. Those motherfuckers are crazy. And those motherfuckers are like murderers or like shit like that. So I wasn't anywhere close to that. I was more like in the pit stop type place. And it wasn't bad, but it was more like I didn't like the fact that I didn't have freedom to do what the fuck I wanted, like type shit. Like, and most of it was, I just want to know what the fuck is going on type. I woke up, I was drunk last night, I woke up, now I'm here. Can I please just know what the fuck is going on? And, um, so what happened was I had to go talk to the doctor. The doctor's asked me what's going on. Telling the doctor, look, I just had drinking last night. Shit got wild. Things got said, but I didn't mean it in the way that I want to take my life. Cause if I did, then I would have cut out the third person and just went and did it myself. Like, no, I didn't tell them that either, cause they probably would have kept my ass in there. But you know, they ask you the typical questions like, "Oh, do you want to harm yourself?" No, I don't. I really don't. And then all this other stuff. And then I was like telling them how come I just love Mr. Red and like I want to be with him. I was afraid I was going to lose him. Da, 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 da. And then he calls Mr. Red, and then Mr. Red pretty much answers his phone on speaker in there, and he asks him how he felt about my reaction. And this was like the first time I ever got to hear like like his like him defend me. Him defend me without him knowing he was like, I don't know if he knew. I honestly don't know. It's a possibility. It's a possibility he might have knew. It's a possibility, and if it is, this has been a really good construct. I might be going crazy again. Don't mind me, guys. Really good construct. Really good fucking show that they put on. But if it's not, then it was really fucking sweet gesture. And I think that shit, I never had somebody like defend me like the way he did. Like he basically, like, the doctor was asking him if he felt like I was trying to harm myself, and he said no. Um, I felt like she was honestly just kind of tired of the cops, and she just kind of was saying that so they could get away, which would have been exactly what I explained to the fucking man like 30 seconds ago. So it was like, once again, we were like this, right there on each other's same page. And it's like, who is this man? And how the fuck did he end up in my life type shit. But anyway, so it was like the doctor released me. He's saying that I was good to go. And then I had to call him, have him come pick me up. So I called him, let him know he had to come pick me up. He came to pick me up. He wasn't really proud or he wasn't really excited to see me. Not as much as I was excited to see him or excited to get the fuck up out of there. He was very upset with me. I remember that, but he was cute upset. I liked him too. He was like super cute, but I couldn't let him know, obviously. But anyways, um, it was it was it was definitely like a moment where we had to overcome, and I feel like as if we could have got through that, there is no fucking reason why we couldn't get through anything else. Like no other fucking reason. But once again, who fucking knows? I was wrong once again. But whatever. Who knows? I don't know the future. Maybe. I don't fucking know. All I know is right now. And right now, I'm still not over it. I'm just kind of cruising. But I mean, I'm meeting new people. New people are in my life. I met somebody new who seems nice, but I think he's just confused and he doesn't understand that I have no kind of feelings in my heart no more. Like it's hard to feel something as deeply and it's hard to feel something as deep as you did with somebody like that and then have it ripped away like I did and then try to let myself ever get close to somebody else again. Like it's like why? Why would I do that to myself? Clearly people are not who they say they are. They don't say they're just not who they say they are. I don't know why because I tell everybody who I am. Even the times I did not know who I was, I went back and I found out, bitch, you were this person the entire time. You really were this person the entire time. There's things that you did that just reacted differently. That shows different sorts of character, but it wasn't like I was trying to intentionally hurt anybody because I wasn't trying to hurt anybody. I was just trying to defend myself because myself, I at the end of the day, I have to protect myself. I have to protect myself. Nobody else is going to do that for me. Nobody. Clearly, nobody else is going to do that for me. So I have to protect myself. It's not anything intentional. I'm not doing it personally to hurt anybody, which is why I warn people before I do anything. This is another part of the conversation I was having prior to this. I feel like I'm in a gigantic loop sometimes, and I'm going through the same things over and over again. Maybe I'm not learning my lesson, or maybe I'm supposed to be helping the people that I come in contact with and help them out, but it's like, or maybe I'm just running into the same people. But then again, you always run into the same people. You always run into the same people. You have to open up your eyes and realize that. You run into the same exact characters all the fucking time. It's just a different name and a different body all the fucking time. But anyways, I love you guys. I gotta go. This has been the final episode of the series that, the book that will be coming out, sometime probably next year. If not next year, you can look forward to another book that I will keep you posted on. Uh Please stay tuned for next week's. I know these have been running long and I know this one's longer than most of them. If you stay tuned, thank you. I appreciate it. Also, thank you for making my first episode already 100 views. I love you guys. I love you guys so much. I'm gonna let you go. I'm tired. I gotta go to bed. Gotta wake up early. Work. But I promise to be here next Thursday or Friday morning, however you look at it. Your perspective, not mine. Um, if you guys have any questions, love, whatever you want to do, comments, feel free. I love you guys. Spread love. Think for yourself. Live free. Yeah, I almost forgot that one. Live free. All right. Peace. I promise to be fucking better by the time, too, next time. Bye.